The moral virtues, then, are produced in us neither by nature nor against nature. Nature indeed prepares in us the ground for their reception, but their complete formation is the product of habit, meaning each and everything about and within ourselves that we have developed, acquired, accomplished in our behavior, character, action, and essentially everything else is ultimately the results and the inevitable consequences of not just education, external validation, societal acceptance, outside recognition, but it's our habits, constant action, beliefs, that makes us the greatest of all time in one way or another, because nothing really happens without habit, without the consistent practice, and without intelligent execution, and without awareness of life either. So we just cannot afford to be existing. We just cannot afford to be living either with mediocrity, ignorance, arrogance, and we just cannot afford to be just only successful, professional, educated, and wealthy, famous, etc. Because all those things are societally, externally manufactured and engineered for us to hunt, so that we hunt them down, and so that in doing so we ultimately waste our lives, potential, true character, ability, wisdom, sovereignty, and essentially everything else that we could have thought, said, become, achieved remains incomplete and unattainable, because all these things that we admire, achieve, pursue, chase in our lives, particularly in the modern context of society, is ultimately, inevitably, and obviously irreversibly temporal, transient, momentary, and it disappears, fades, and vanishes into nothingness as we age, as we just pass through the different stages, barriers, difficulties, adversities of life. Each and everything loses meaning until unless we have meaning within ourselves. So nature itself plants the foundation for the development of moral virtues. We are capable of then, in that sense, of developing, acquiring, cultivating moral virtues within ourselves. But then again, we have to develop habit, and habit is the result of constant, instantaneous, and repetitive saying, thinking, learning, doing in a particular manner. Because without the ability to act in a constant manner, without the ability to act constantly in a particular direction, in a particular way, with a particular attitude and character, we are not going to achieve those qualities. We are certainly not going to develop habits either, because habit is also the result of patience, development, dedication, delineation, learning, and also the ability to engage in action at each and every step of the way, no matter the kind of resistance and basically backdrop, criticism, condemnation we're facing from society,